Here we go. We're live on StreamYard. Isn't that what it's called? Yeah. What about YouTube? There we go. We're live on YouTube as well. Don't see anybody in the chat yet, but doesn't mean that there's nobody here. You know? So, who we got? I thought I saw somebody in the chat, but maybe I didn't. Anyway, while we're waiting, haha, here we go. We got a couple in the chat already. That's what I like to see. So we're just letting a couple more show up, then we'll get going, Rob. So, you know. But anyway, so that's the kind of day I've had. I was going through the boxes and I said, I'm not the computer off. The wires came out, as it fell on the floor, and lucky it didn't damage it any. And what was that? Oh, my frame falling apart back there. Oh, Jesus. I tell you, it's one of them days. So it freezing rain this morning when I got up to go out, and the temperature's dropping like crazy today. So, I've been here for 6 years now, and this is the coldest winter so far since I've been here. I'm beginning to feel like I'm back up in Rhode Island. I'm telling you, because normally we have quite mild. The last 6 years we had mild winters here, but I shouldn't complain because all this bad stuff happening, and it's getting warmer and warmer and warmer because of climate change. And we got the coldest winter we've had in 6-7 years here in Indiana. Yeah. But what am I to say about, they don't call it global warming anymore. It's climate change. That's to cover their ass because they know they're goddamn wrong, But what the hell do I know? Anyway, we got 2 or 3 people in the chat, so let's get it going. Let me introduce my panelist for tonight. So far, we've got my Mr. Reliable shows up every week is New York Outcast. How you doing?
Doing all right. Tried to take a little power nap, but it didn't work out. Had some jerks from Georgia calling me, but actually 2 phone calls. So what a pain, yeah. And nothing was important. It was a bunch of crap. So, yeah. But that's been my not afternoon, early evening. But now doing well. Thanks for having me. Thanks for joining us, people. See how this goes.
Yeah. Okay. First in the chat tonight was the Gun Snob, then 2 Live Mood, then Gun Hobo 62, Shady Hill Homestead, Raphael, Chris from the 740, Vanessa's here. So they're starting to come in. I'm glad to hear it. And it's because of my bad day and getting all this stuff done. I don't have a lot of topics for tonight. So I'm going to need some help from you tonight, New York Outcast. I'm winging it. I don't, as I said before, the last few weeks I've been going a bit more political, but damn, look what he's doing. It's exciting stuff. Let's hope it stays. I see they recovered $53 million that FEMA paid to the hotels in New York to house illegal immigrants. And I see the lady at FEMA got fired, which should happen, should be goddamn thrown in jail for, I don't know, is it against the law to go against a directive from the President of the United States?
Yeah, I would think so. but again, I don't know. I assume it has to be made into law to go against it. Or not to go against it, but obviously for it to be law. Huh.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh, hang on, we got a gun question here in the chat. Did you ever get any 308 brass? No, I haven't. All I've got is the 20 that I shot. I reloaded them here. That's and I haven't shot those. I've only shot that gun one time, that rifle one time. And I was talking to my buddy today when I was down at his place this morning. In my old age, I've become a fair weather shooter. It's got to be above freezing nowadays. And unless, shit hits the fan, the zombies or the ATF, FBI coming over the hill, I ain't going to shoot. I ain't going to be shooting in the cold weather. You know what I'm saying? I don't have to because I'm just shooting for, leisure purposes as a hobby. So why torture yourself? It's my answer. So no, I haven't got any 308 brass yet. I haven't been anywhere. I haven't shot any, and I haven't been anywhere to buy any. To be quite honest with you, it's I've got other issues going on right now, like fixing my friend's van. Power steering went out. So I've been working on. Well, we and a couple others been working on it. Thinking we got it fixed, and we do something, and it doesn't cure it. But as of yesterday, I think it was yesterday, the day before. No, yesterday, we got it. It's running and it's working, and it's not leaking anymore. So there we go. That's what I've been doing. So I haven't been out. I haven't been to a gun store in ages, and I really haven't fired a firearm in, at least 4 weeks. And that's pretty sad. That really is sad. But don't depress me about that. I'm going to get back to it. That's what I was talking to my friend about today. I said, he said, yeah. He said, I've been slacking too. But he said, he goes, I don't like shooting in the cold anymore either. So, but I'm waiting for it to warm up a little bit and dry out a little bit because I got to walk him, or he might do it because it's actually in his backyard. But I told him I'd do it if, he doesn't get to it, is to walk back. Because last time I was there at the 100-yard target, we have a 8-inch steel plate that we shoot at. First off, it needs a coat of paint on it before we can see it better, but it hangs down by 2 wires or 2 little chains, and I shot the chain last time I was up there, so it's just dangling there now, and it don't spin right when you hit it and stuff, and it needs fixing, so I got to go fix it. But then he's got to get the chainsaw out and go down to the 130-yarder. There's a big old goddamn tree. I mean, I'm talking massive, that fell down a few weeks ago in his woods, and the way it fell from where we shoot from, it's right across the 130-yard target. You can't see it. It's blocking it, so he's got to cut it before it drops before we can see our target. So that's what we got planned. Then when the weather warms up, me and him, it's going to be mainly him because he knows what he has all the equipment and stuff to do it. Is we're going to make the 300-yard range, or I say range, the 300-yard shooting lane, that we're going to have, which I think is going to be pretty cool. So where I can shoot that thing, I might, even shoot the AR 300 yards as well. I think I think that'd be fun.
Yeah, you should be able to.
What?
So you should be able to.
Oh, what with the AR?
Yeah.
Hell
Oh,
yeah. Yeah. I think it will. I think it would do no problem. You know, and I know the 380 will do it no problem at all. You know, hey, Mr. Nice, good to see you. So that's where we're at on the shooting front, unfortunately. But I'm still, anybody's interest, the top of my list is a suppressor for the AR-15. But I'm hoping, I don't know if it's going to happen, but I don't want to go fork out all that money and a $200 tax stamp if they get moved out of the NFA, you know, because they're not going to, I can't see them refunding everybody who's ever paid $200 for one, you know. So I'm debating. So I got the suppressor, and I mean literally right underneath it is the 410 lever action that I want. You know, I still want it, even though there is absolutely no purpose for it. But I want one. What can I say? You know? And that's about it. I mean, I'm trying to think. Have I done any reloading lately? No. Last thing I reloaded was this 308 brass. I got the dies right here. You know? And I was using, don't want to bore you with reloading stuff, but just a quick thing. I'm using CFE 223 powder for the 308. So that's I just thought I'd throw it in case anybody was interested. You know, I mean, I think when you get to 308 though, that is one on the reloading side I can save some money because 308 ain't cheap. Now, am I saving money when I'm loading, 45 ACP or 380 and stuff? Not, I don't think. I might be breaking even, but it's when you start getting into the bigger calibers, the rifle stuff is when you start where you can save money on the reloading side of things. But that's enough reloading there, Rob. I won't go on about it anymore. So, yes, this is not a reloading chat tonight, But I just wanted to let people know if they were interested what I was doing. So, I did get a watch collar for this though. I don't know if you can see. It didn't come on. You can't see there, but I got a light for my press there, for you can light up where I'm working. So,
nice.
Yeah. But what I got to get though is a new chair. I've been talking about this for over a year now. My chair where the hydraulic just dropped right down and it doesn't pump back up and shit. So
yeah, came out with my office chair.
Patriot in the Dark. Good evening, lady, gentlemen, and Rob. I'm just reading what Patriot in the Dark wrote. Yeah, so I got to get a new office chair. That's on the list. But besides that, I don't know. But anyway, back to the show. The gun snob. I'm disappointed. Why isn't Rick bitching about something more than something more? He's being way too positive for my liking. I'm trying to think, what have I got to bitch about? You know, I don't know. I bitched about the weather earlier, and I can get going on politics, but that you know, I don't know. I mean, it's there was something though that caught my eye in the news. I was trying to find it. Oh, oh shit! I can't. I don't know where it is. I don't know where it is now. It was earlier on today, but now I think that the FBI. Now they're pissing me off. Aren't they the ones leaking the ICE raids in those cities? I mean, they should be goddamn arrested, thrown in jail, or arrested and deported with all the rest of them they're deporting. I don't care if they're an American citizen or not. Strip them of their citizenship and kick them out. The way I look at it.
Definitely do something. I mean, if that is the case, then it's a problem.
Yeah, I agree with you there, the gun snob. Gun snob says, "Screw this code. I don't live in New York or Michigan. I shouldn't have to deal with this code." I absolutely agree with you. I mean, I can't. I keep saying I try to make myself feel warmer by saying I'm in southern Indiana. But if you look at a map, we're in the northern half of the states. You know what I'm saying? The actual Indiana, is practically. I mean, we're in the north, even though they call us the Midwest. So, but I'm down here in the southern part, almost in Louisville, Kentucky. So it's normally a little bit warmer here. So, well, it has been in the past. Oh, Patriot said they've already canceled school for tomorrow up there in Michigan. So.
Yeah, they did that a couple last week here through the ice. Which, I think it's a bunch of bullshit. They send those damn kids to school, man. Like it blows my mind from having kids when they were in school, which wasn't all that long, if I'm honest, because we ended up pulling them out to homeschool because we actually care about our kids. And if you do, you don't want to leave them in the public system around here. But basically, just blows my mind. I can remember going to school like in like a foot of snow. There were people that rode buses and stuff, and on those bad days, you would go in and there'd be like a third of the teachers, a third of the students would actually show up. And then you'd get to like screw around in the gym all day or, do all the shit you'd like to do instead of, normal school stuff, watch a movie, all this type of stuff. Those are like the best days of school. Now it's it looks like it's gonna snow. They're shutting it down. Like it blows. Like we still live in the north. Nothing's really changed. I mean, technology's gotten better. The buses have automatic chains in some cases. I mean, this is like totally different ball game than when I was a kid. So I don't understand what the hell what's the holdup. Well, people just want a paid day off or something. I don't know. It's just. I'm just thankful because it's got to affect a lot of parents and jobs and things like this as well when school wants to close down or 2-hour delay and all this shit going on. Like
people got weak.
Yeah, basically, it's kind of ridiculous. I mean, shit. I don't know.
It's Oh, Johnny can't go to school in this cold weather. You know,
Yeah,
bullshit. As you
bullshit.
said, I mean, I honestly, I was thinking about this. I don't remember ever having a you know, a
Snow day.
snow day.
Yeah, we
You know?
might get one on a scheduled half day. You know what I mean? Where it was already going to be a scheduled half day anyway for some reason.
Yeah,
Then they
yeah,
might call it a snow day, but
yeah,
yeah, like very, very rare. Where now it seems like shit, they're you know, I don't know. I don't want to say a quarter of the winter, but it feels like it where they're just constantly another day off, another day off. It's like holy crap, you know. You gonna cut a tax credit to these parents or something, or to everybody? Because
mm,
yeah, what the hell are you guys doing? I don't know.
yeah. The gun snob said it was straight ice here today, so we were out of school. I think you meant to say I ended up taking Stacy to work today, and the roads were terrible here. But I don't live in the north where they're actually treated the roads fast.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah, we got a big salt shortage supposedly too locally, so they're stopping the sale to all. First thing that comes to mind,
Yeah.
all civilians, whatever, to all the regular people. You can't find salt anywhere, so that's more of an issue. The other morning, my car was almost in the road, so I guess it slid down the driveway. Uh, so yeah, it's creates problems. They're saying like intersections and hills will get salted like normal, but everywhere else be extra careful. So
Hmm. Yeah.
yeah, I don't know. I get
Oh,
we produce a lot of salt right here in New York as well, so it kind of makes me wonder what's going on. Are people not going to work? Or are they taking the salt we have here and selling it abroad? Is they're just not pulling out enough? I don't know. I don't know what's going on.
Gun snob says he just takes his salt shaker outside and sprinkles it on the road. I don't know what I don't know what chemical it is, but here, if there's snow or ice coming, they use a, I don't know, it's like
Brine.
yeah, like a dribble bar on the back of the truck, and it
Okay.
leaves lines down the road.
Is
You
it
know,
like darkish red?
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, probably from what I hear, one of the main things in that is like beet juice. I have no idea that what I heard is right, but I guess some type of slurry mixture they make with beet juice that apparently helps prevent things from freezing. So
yeah.
I
That
don't know. Yeah.
okay, yeah. Uh, Grim 90. Hey, how's it going? I ain't seen you in ages. He said we still had classes today and got a whole 2 inches of snow. Gunsnob said it's a brine mix. Grim said it's beet juice, like you said. You know?
Yeah. That's strange. I mean, I don't know. Maybe I should go buy some beets and throw them down in the driveway or something. I don't
Yeah, yeah.
know.
I said when I got up this morning, it was my truck was like a whole sheet of ice around it where it rained and froze. Real pain in the but the roads are okay because they've been keeping on top of them. So, which is you know, ice. It doesn't matter if you got 4-wheel drive or not. If you got 4 wheels will slide on ice just as the same as 2 wheel. you know,
Yep.
but if there's like when it snowed a couple of weeks ago, I mean the old 4-wheel drive came in handy. And just drove no problems. Yeah, we're meant to get another. We're meant to get another. I don't know, inch or two next week. I think next Tuesday. We've had more snow this year than we've had in the 6 years I've been here. That's what I'm saying. And they tell me it's meant to be that the country's getting warmer. when this is the coldest winter we've had in 6 years? Can somebody explain it to me?
Yeah, I've been arguing that for a while because it seems like the summers aren't as warm as they used to be. The winters are cooler. Summers, you used to be able to just t-shirt and shorts 24 hours a day. Felt good at nighttime. Now it's like, yeah, you're debating grabbing a sweatshirt in the summer at night, which is weird because it's not like that around here typically. But yeah, I don't know. It's kind of strange. I've been thinking things are getting colder, but I don't know. It's just
Oh,
strange.
did I tell you guys about my AC with the landlord? Because I rent, right? My AC, because if like if you're cooking or anything, or I've got a big giant, I don't know, I think it's a 5x5 glass window out front, and in the afternoon the sun pounds on it. In the summer it's worse, but in the summer I keep my blinds closed to help keep the house cooler. But even in the winter when the sun's out, even though it's cold outside, hitting the glass, it warms it up. And so where I'm going with this is, if it gets up to, now, don't freak out, you guys. I run my house, and I don't want to hear no silly comments what I'm about to say. In the summer, my AC is set on 69. In the winter, my heat is set on 69. I run it all year round. So
69, huh?
Yeah, I knew you were going to do it,
Buddy.
right? But I said either I'm cooking, cooking something in the oven or whatever, or the glass, the sun pounding the glass, it might go up to 73 in here or something like that. Well, I'll flip the AC on, even in the wintertime, to drop it back down. I know, being as big as I am, the heat affects me more than anything else, but my AC's broke. It won't work. And the landlord will not fix it. He said it's not AC weather. We're only worried about making sure the heat's working. We'll get to your AC when it becomes AC weather. I thought, you son of a bitch. I've been here for 6 years, paid my rent on time every time. I don't say a goddamn word. I go months and months and months without talking to the office because I have no need for them. And I ask her, can you come and fix my AC? And I get that kind of treatment. Pisses me off. And I think it is because this landlord, I've had him more. When I first moved here, I had a different landlord. He sold out to this guy. And this guy, he's already doubled my rent since I moved in. But my rent is still a hell of a lot cheaper than the average around here. And I think he wants me to leave, for he can get more rent for this place if he rents it to somebody else than I'm paying. That's my personal opinion. I could be totally wrong. Patron has said, Rick, you could always open your front door for a minute or two. Yeah, I've done that too. But then, problem is, I'll give credit to whoever built this place. It is well insulated, right? So just opening the door doesn't really cool it down that much. Per se, I need to open the front door and the back door to get that breeze going. If I'd done that for a couple of minutes, it would cool it back down. Maybe I should do that. Instead of, see, what he's telling me is stop bitching and just do it. So just like my landlord, there you are. Fine. Oh, and here's the kicker. My landlord said, well, just pick up a window AC unit and put in till we get around to fixing it. And I said, well, you plan on paying for it?
You taking that out the rent?
Yeah, and see, and I don't want to get one because if he knew I had one, he'd take his sweet ass time getting here fixing it. You know what I'm saying? So I don't know. I get so mad at him because I don't bother him, but I feel like that it's I don't feel like I'm being treated right. I don't know. Maybe I'm expecting too much. I don't know. But anyway, that's my gripe for today. And I have. I mean, as you guys know, I've been looking at moving for ages. But I can't find anything for this price. But I mean, yeah, it's not big, but it's 2-bedroom, all on one level, which is great for me and my walking and stuff. Don't have to climb stairs. Oh, I can climb stairs. Where I have issues is coming back down. It's harder for me. I don't know why. Since I got my new hips, it's harder for me to walk downstairs than to walk up. That's a normal step. I mean, but like if I'm out and about and I got to step up, say something that's, I don't know, foot 12 to 14 inches high, and step up, it's just not, I can't just walk and just take the step like it's nothing. I literally, I see it, I've got to think about when I get there, I got to say, well, I got to put my left leg first, because of the way they're pushing off, because it's, it's just strange with with the new hips. I really have to think about that when I'm walking. It's like my brain or I see what I got to do, but my legs seem to be a split second behind what I'm thinking I got to do. If that makes any sense. It's sort of like thinking I got to take a step, but my leg just takes that split second before it does its move, and it kind of gets me every now and then. Occasionally, luckily I haven't fallen and hurting myself, but I've been knowing that when that happens, like I'll lean forward, but my leg hasn't moved. And I'll sort of lean forward, and then I might start to stumble, So there we go. Rick's hips don't lie. That's right. They don't. I mean, they work great. You think about it, though. I know I'm going way off. I'm going all over the place tonight, but you got an artificial hip there on both sides, right? And it actually, I'm amazed that they don't hurt, and all that kind of stuff. And I was up and walk, nowadays they have you up and walking the same day that you have your surgery and shit, which is not a problem. But what I'm amazed about is the hips haven't broke. I'm a big guy. And that's what I'm amazed about, is how those hips amazingly hold me up still. But I don't know. Yeah, I know my whole leg's helping with the weight, but that hip is what makes everything move. And I'm amazed they sort of like haven't popped out the socket or broke or something. Because all they do is, don't they just screw it into your bone that's already there when they cut out the section that's bad? So I know it's kind of weird, but I'm just having one of them days. So, you got any topics you want to talk about in New York Outcast?
Oh gosh.
Fixing with JB Weld, Gizzard says. Gizzard carried. Yeah, that's another thing. Is you can tell two different surgeons done it. My left one I had done in Rhode Island before I left, and the scar on that one goes up and down my leg. The one on my right, which I had done here in Indiana, goes from left to right. Goes horizontals up and down, and verticals going across towards it the other way. Anyway,
horizontals like looking at the horizon. So yeah, the ground in a sense. Verticals like a tree
up and down, right? Yeah. So the one on my right, the scar is more hard. It goes like straight across my whole thigh, hip area. But I said the one on the left goes up and down horizontal. So
vertical, up and down's vertical.
Yeah, vertical, whatever it is. One on the left goes up and down, the one on my right goes across. It's
side by side is parallel.
Yeah. But I said, the hips work. So they just don't. To me, there was just that split second. I mean, that I think about it, or I go to move, but my leg hasn't taken the step yet. And I said, when that happens, sometimes my body's already moving before my leg's engaged, and then I'll stumble a little bit, But one day that's going to happen. And I'll be honest, when I start to stumble, I normally will grab onto something just to steady not hold on to it, to holding on for dear life to stop from falling. It's just sort of like if I'm going down the hall or something, I'll touch the wall real quick just to steady myself, then carry on. But one of these days I'm going to stumble like that and there'll be nothing around me. Then I might go down, That's my biggest fear. But so far, so good.
I got a question for the crowd out there.
Yeah.
If you make a bet with somebody, just to spite them, and then you win, and then they act like it never happened, is it all right to break their legs for $5, or do you break legs for $5, or is that a finger?
Well, $5, I think it would be more of a finger.
Okay. All right.
Yeah.
Accidentally break a finger. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That not intentional. Auditors or anything, police, but
but I mean, he's got to know why you're breaking it.
Well, karma. I mean, there's ways of putting things out after the fact where they can probably put 2 and 2 together and maybe make 4. I don't know. Yeah, son of a bitch, acting like we never had no bet. I haven't said nothing, just was waiting.
Maybe he forgot.
Oh, maybe. I think it's awful convenient though. I'm betting if he won, he wouldn't have forgot.
Oh yeah.
So
yeah, I know what you mean.
I don't know. Yeah. I guess I've been letting it go. I mean, I guess it's a lesson. I don't really know this guy, but if you're not gonna honor your word, if you're gonna, I don't know, shit on your word for $5, then he's probably not somebody I need to know anyway.
Yeah. 2 Live Moose says belt sanders to the nods.
Nice, man. Nice.
Yeah. Gary says it's about ready to go off my screen here, but when I was talking about my hip surgery, when your surgeon has a tool on his tray that says Milwaukee, you know you're in for a treat. But talking about that, tools, when I go to my foot doctor every 9-10 weeks, get my feet checked, for the diabetes thing, and they're do my toenails for me while I'm there. Hey, they're going to charge my insurance $280 for a visit, whether I haven't cut my toenails or not. So I might as well get my money's worth. You know what I'm saying? But once they cut them, they literally pull out a Dremel. It's got Dremel written on it, right? And they go, over the toenail to smooth it all off nice and round and stuff like that. And they even, this might hope nobody's eating, but like on one of my feet, I always get a callus on my heel. They take that Dremel and, and skin goes flying everywhere as they're smoothing the callus down. But it's done with a Dremel. I always find that funny,
Just think, somebody paid to go to school to grind off Rick's feet.
Yep. Yeah.
It's amazing. The stuff
I
people
know.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oof. That OBGYN, oh God, there's a few jobs I just wouldn't want to do. And I think that's on the list.
Yeah. Yeah. True Live Moose says toenail lung is replacing popcorn lung in nail care centers now. Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I never really, because when I go see the doctor, it's normally some technician or something comes in and does the nail thing. I mean, I don't know if this state they have to be licensed to do that, or they got to be some training on how to do it. I mean, it ain't. I mean, we all learn how to cut our toenails when we're growing up and shit, but to do them on somebody else's feet, because you got to know what. I mean, like was it last time or a time before? I don't like getting gross here, but my right foot doesn't have a lot of feeling in it. That's why I go for these things every 9 weeks. Because if I cut the bottom of my foot, I wouldn't know it because I can't feel it. Not all over, but certain parts of it. Anyway, she's looking at it. She goes, "Does this hurt?" And she's poking at my big toe on my right foot. And I said, "No." She says, She said, "You got an ingrown toenail." And she goes, "It doesn't hurt." I said, "No, I can't feel it." Well, anyway, so, I mean, they got to learn how to do that kind of stuff, I'm surely. So there must be some training they have, I would imagine.
Probably. I mean, believe it or not, they even have instructions on how to clip your toenails in the military. So, you don't have to pass an inspection on it or anything, but it's, to help prevent foot care issues because, your feet are real important, obviously, to anybody, but especially in the military. So, but yeah, so I mean, apparently some people probably do need some guidance or instruction on it. So, depending how you cut them in a sense, you may just be, cutting them in a manner to almost ensure you're going to have problems in the future. So,
yeah, you might have a point there. But anyway, I know that was went way off topic again.
Well, feet are important. We all got them. Well, most of us, but so whether it's shoes, foot care, all that, a lot of issues start at the bottom and work their way up. So
yeah,
and
you're right.
In some cases, vice versa. So
what the scary thing is the numbness, is that the correct word that I have in my right foot, seems to have got worse. there seems to be more of it now. Before it was only my last 3 toes, my little toe and next 2. I said now I can't feel my big toe. You know what I'm saying? And so that could be contributing to my little bit of stumbling too, is having no feelings in those toes.
Possibly.
You know, I just thought about that. You know,
better work on it though, because it's one of them things that can take diabetics out.
oh yeah, I know. That's why I said that's why I go to these appointments religiously.
Well,
You know,
start with the foot, and then it's the leg, and then 2 weeks later, holy shit, we got to take the next one, and then month after that.
Month after that, everybody's standing at your graveside.
Yep. And I'm like, did Rick remember that rifle? Did he leave it for me somewhere?
Yeah.
The serious stuff with diabetics. So you have to definitely stay on top of that. So my dad had to deal with that himself. Same thing, diabetics. So
I ordered my 45-degree offset iron sights for that 308 the other day. Should be here Friday.
cool.
You know. Now I re-added everything up. I took all the bills I had and what I spent and everything else. It actually, that rifle cost me $1,001.47. That's what I spent on it, building it.
Damn that, Sean.
Yeah. Yeah, it's all his fault.
Yeah, it doesn't even show up. Hasn't sent you any ammo yet.
No.
What's going on with this guy?
I don't know. He just sort of, done that. Then Joe like just, I ain't helping him. Or he's going sucker,
Yeah. You probably got stock in all the companies you picked.
Yeah. Yeah. But don't get me wrong, I like it and I want to go shoot it again. I mean, I pull it. If when he's looking, it's sitting behind me there. I pull it off of there and I'll mess around with it here and looking down the scope and shit and looking at it and making sure. I run the ammo, and as you know, the ammo's been the charging handle is very stiff, the side charging handle. So I've been pulling it back, and I've even put, ammo in the magazine and pulling it back to get it to pop out to loosen it up because it's very tight. But I've been doing that. I do all that kind of stuff with it, but that's the most expensive to me. $1,000 is a hell of a lot of money for a firearm. I know to some people that's average price I pay, but to me that's high end. I'm the budget kind of guy normally, I mean, my AR was, what was it, 700, and that was the most I ever spent on a firearm. I think was it my AR or was it? I'm trying to think now. Or was it my single action Uberti? No, that was only 600 and something. No, the AR was 700 and something, just over. But I said that 308, $1,000. But hell, it's nice though. It's got all the nice shit on it. The stock and has the cheek piece and big padding on the end. It's great. Got the tripod on there, or bipod, I should say. So.
It's not. I mean, it's a bit of money, definitely a bit of money. So, if it makes you feel any better, you paid $1 more than I paid for my AR. one on videos that they've shown. So they were asking 12, but I got them down to $1,000. So
Yeah.
Cash, and they were happy with that.
Cash is king.
Yeah.
But
so it could have been probably worse. I'm sure it could have been probably a lot worse in a sense if you didn't build it and bought that set up the way it is somewhere from a company. So
Abigail says my ARs range from 900 to 2,500. Yeah, that's nice. I mean, I'm not gonna say. I mean, right now, it's how can I put this? 2,500 is not a lot. It's not for a nice one, but it's out of my realm right now. Let's put it that way. If I had the income and stuff to do it, maybe I would buy guns at that kind of price. But right now, I mean, I'm the budget. Well, I say to me, a handgun between $500 and $600 really is comfortable for me to pay. Anything higher than that, I really got to think about it. So, and the only reason I managed to, as everybody knows, to do the 308 was I bought it over. I think it was 4 months I spent buying I bought parts every month to get it ready to to build. So
I'm pretty much with you on the handgun range. I think there's a lot of stuff out there that obviously costs more or whatnot, but I think for basic use, I think you can find something in that range. 5, 6, maybe with tax 650, close 7, $500 to $700. I think you can, you can get something to do the job in most cases. So is there something you like better? Something that might be a little lighter, or it's got more whiz bang, some cool cuts, whatever? Yeah, there's obviously others out there, but when you're talking, doing a job it's intended to do, I think you can get a decent gun for 5 to 7 in there. So maybe even more affordable, cheaper. Something you'd actually carry. I'm not going to drop to the high point level. That would work, but it's not something anybody really wants to carry. So,
no.
Or is it really practical? Or if you only had one gun, maintenance, all this stuff. I wouldn't go that way, but obviously, but I think that range is fair to get something decent. Anything else, I think you're just it's more towards wants, and in most cases, you want the Python or you want this or that, so you're going to spend more. So, but a cheap Taurus would still put a hole in something. You know what I mean? So.
Oh yeah. But both my main carry guns. The first one was an M&P 45 full size, and my second one everybody knows is my M&P EZ 380. With the gold accents, my pimp gun. So I'm happy with those purchases. So I mean, I feel confident that those firearms would work if I ever needed to pull it and to shoot it, in an emergency. To me, it doesn't have to be a high price gun to make sure it works. My M&P works. That's all you need, as you said. I mean, it's reliable. I mean, really, is there really a lot of difference between gun manufacturers today? I mean, with all the high specs and the amount of guns on the market, they've all made a pretty good standard nowadays. On the more expensive one, the finish might be a little better, You know what I'm saying? You might, I mean, like if you get for argument's sake, a pistol, and you might see, sort of, I don't want to say scratch marks, but where you can see where they ground it, maybe. But on a more expensive one, you won't see that somewhere. That's the only difference I could see. But so 38 Super Show ruled them all. Yeah, Mr. Knives. That 38 Super was a flop, wasn't it? Or isn't it?
I don't know. I don't think it's as popular as people are pushing, but it seems like people have gotten on it, and there's been more manufacturers, I believe, coming out with firearms for it. So, yeah, I don't think it's ever going to come close to 9mm, or maybe even 45 at that fact. But it's something. I mean, there's you know the name anyway. I can put it that way, and you can buy stuff for it. Where there's some calibers where you just I'm sure with most of us, it's just stuff you probably never heard of. So who knows? So yeah, it's doing better than some, worse than others.
Gizzard Gary says 38 Super is popular in countries where you're not allowed to have a 45 ACP. Yeah. I mean, see, I've lived here now longer in one stretch than I ever lived in one stretch in England. So I guess I'm getting Americanized because where I was going with that is some countries won't allow 45 ACP. And I find that so strange, but there are, if you're going to allow if a country is going to allow people to have firearms, let them have, the whole, from 22 up to, 44 Magnum or whatever in pistol. You know what I'm saying? Or 454 Assault. Why restrict them to what they have? A 45 ACP, a 38 Special is still going to kill somebody like a 45 ACP will. I could never understand that logic. But what in the hell do I know? Yeah. So that's what one of the other guys today around the old wood stove this morning were sitting there solving the world's problems, and they say they saying now that I've been here long enough now to be called. He said your family's from here anyway. They go, so you fall into that old country boy category now. I have to start wearing my bib overalls again. Then I really will be one. Two Live Moose said it's more about restricting civilian use of a military caliber. Yeah, I still, what makes the military so much special, but I don't know. There we go. Anyway, what's the time? It's 8:00 already. Jesus Christ. I've waffled away the whole hour. Jesus. So.
That surprises you, Rick?
Yeah, it does, especially with no topics. I've just been waffling on about Rick's life as I see it, basically. I've lived up to the title.
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, why it's 8:00. I'm out to do the quiz question. And don't forget, the drawing for this is on the 5th of March. It's the first Wednesday of the month, so real easy. It's an email question. And all I want to know is now, my disclaimer is I get all my information off of Google. Whether it's right or not, it's here and there, but this is where that's what I use for the answer. So what I want to know is, what is the oldest time capsule discovered in the United States? That's what I want to know. So email me at rickslifeasIseeit@gmail.com or spottedrick@gmail.com. Get it here by 12 noon on the 5th, and you'll be in for the drawing. The swag pack, patches and stickers and stuff like that, or decals, whatever you wish to call them. So there we go. I'm trying to think. Is there anything else? Anyway, let's wind this up because I can smell brownies. So it's time to go get some. So, you got any closing stuff there, New York Outcast?
No, not really. Thanks for joining us, ladies, gentlemen, and patriot. Other than that, eat a salad, stay cool, not too cool, don't freeze, but and we'll catch you next time.
All right, thank you. All right, for everybody in the chat, I appreciate you stopping by. It's really been good to see you all. I see a bunch of different people. There was a bunch of not new, you've been here before, but more people showing up again. That's what I like. So, anyway, with that, I'm going to say good night. I'll be here next Wednesday at 7 p.m. Eastern, the only time zone that matters. And with that, I'm going to say good night. So, good night, Sabrina.